She crawled 15 miles after 18 stab wounds, the woman who refused to die, Larcena Pennington Page. Some people survive because they are lucky. But some survive because they are made of something death cannot claim. Today, you will hear one of the most unbelievable true survival stories in American history. The Arizona Territory was a place that tested every soul who dared to live there. And on a cold March morning in 1860, 23-year-old Larcena Pennington Page was about to face a nightmare most people wouldn't survive for an hour. She had been married only 3 months. She was teaching her young student, Mercedes, at a lumber camp in Madera Canyon. That's when they appeared. 5 Apache warriors, silent, fast, and deadly, emerged from the rocky hills. Within minutes, both women were captives, forced to march deeper into the wilderness at Lance Point. The warriors told Larcena in broken Spanish that they had already killed her husband, John. The words shattered her heart. But the march continued. 15 brutal miles through cold mountain air, sharp rocks, and rising altitude. Larcena was already weak, burning with a fever from malaria. By sunset, her body couldn't go any farther. She collapsed. And that was all the Apaches needed to see. Prisoners who couldn't keep up had no use. They ordered Larcena to remove her heavy skirt and corset. Still believing she might live, she turned to continue walking. That's when the first lance entered her back. She fell 17 feet, crashing onto a pine tree below. The warriors climbed down after her. What happened next is almost beyond imagination. They stabbed her again. And again. And again. 18 times. Spears tearing through her ribs, her back, her arms. They hurled rocks at her face until she went limp. Then they dragged her broken body into a snowbank, hid her behind a tree, and stripped off her boots. They left her there. Naked. Bleeding. Frozen. Dead, or so they thought. Hours passed. The desert was quiet. Then, Larcena opened her eyes. The pain was blinding. Her body was barely holding on. But in that agony, she heard something. A voice. Her husband's voice, echoing through the canyon, calling her name. He was alive. He was searching for her. She tried to scream back, but only a whisper escaped. And just like that, he was gone. But now she had a reason to survive. And so began one of the greatest survival journeys in American history. Larcena couldn't walk. So she crawled. 16 days. Through snow that burned her skin. Across cactus that tore her hands and knees open. Over rocks that peeled flesh from bone. She drank melted snow. Sucked moisture from pine buds. Ate whatever small plants she recognized. Coyotes circled at night, drawn to the smell of blood. The freezing winds cut into her exposed body. Every movement ripped open her wounds again. 18 stab wounds. Fever. Infection. No clothes. No shoes. No protection. Just willpower. And love. She whispered her husband's name with every inch forward. The 15 miles she crawled would break a healthy person. For Larcena, it almost killed her 1,000 times. But she refused to die. On the 16th day, barely conscious, her body blackened by sun and starvation. She reached the lumber camp. The workers saw a figure crawling toward them. A shape that didn't look human. More ghost than flesh. When they approached her and asked who she was, she whispered, "Larcena Pennington Page." The woman they buried in their heart 16 days ago was alive. Larcena survived the impossible. But the desert wasn't done testing her. The following year, her husband John was killed by Apache warriors. In 1868, her brother was killed. In 1869, her father and another brother were murdered. Arizona took almost everything from her. Her family begged her to live forever. But Larcena refused. She stayed. She remarried. She raised children. She became president of the Arizona Historical Society. She lived a full life in the very land that tried to kill her. When she died in 1913, at age 76, a street in downtown Tucson was named Pennington Street, a tribute to her family's unbreakable strength. Larcena's story isn't just survival. It's proof that the human spirit can be stronger than death itself. Some people survive because they are lucky. But Larcena Pennington Page survived because she was made of something death couldn't claim. Like and subscribe for more.